Hey, welcome back to another video. I'm excited about this topic where I'm going to be sharing with you some tips, advice, or steps to help you upgrade your life. Have you ever found yourself saying, I just wish ... How do you end that sentence? Because we all have those things that we just think, if I could just have that thing. So whether it is if I could just lose £10, if I could just earn more money, if I just had the confidence to go for that next step, if I could just be consistent, I wish I could just have that job, I wish I could just have that relationship. What is it for you that feels like if you could just nail that one thing, it would make everything else feel better or even irrelevant? The one thing that you find yourself being pulled towards again and again, that you keep on coming back to this idea. Really think about, when I say that sentence, I just wish, what's the initial thing that comes to you when you finish off that sentence? What is it for you? Because maybe you've been feeling that there's been a lot going down in life, and that could be the understatement of the century. But with that becomes a loss of confidence, a loss of feeling like we're in control of our lives, and it can leave us feeling flat, it can leave us feeling uninspired, it can just leave you feeling a little bit lost. And that's really what I'm here to help you with, because whilst there's so much in life that is always going to be out of our control, I want you to come back to the things that are central to you, the things that are important to you, where you find your fire, where you find your spark, when you find your motivation. Because when you can reconnect with that and take hold of the things that you can take control of, no matter what's going on outside of you, that is when you will upgrade your life. I want to give you these tools to help pull you back to the things that fire you up, that help you to feel excited about life and feel good about the direction that your life is taking, where you can feel like you are empowered and you are in control. I shared this quote over on my Instagram and it just got such a great response from people, and it's that reminder that you are the greatest project that you are ever going to work on, and the work that you do on yourself is work worth doing, because no one is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to make this life any easier. If you want things to be different in your life, then you have to take that ownership for yourself. And this is what I'm going to work on, helping you to guide towards through these simple steps. Now, I say that they're simple, they're simplistic in their processes in terms of what you have to do, but ultimately it's going to come down to the actions you take, and that's not always going to feel easy. When I started out at the beginning of this year, I decided my theme for this year was going to be rebuilding. We had the target, we were going to be renovating the house this year. That's been put on hold. That's another whole topic in itself. But whilst life has thrown me that curveball, I'm still choosing that I'm going to be level up with my health this year. I am leveling up my business and my finances. I am leveling up my confidence. I am leveling up my ability and my commitment to showing up here for you guys. And with that, I've come to learn a lot of things along the way. And, you know, this has been a whole journey. Every time I've leveled up my life, when I went from being just a fitness instructor to opening my own fitness studio, when I decided that, you know, I really had a life that I enjoyed. And yet when I came out on holiday to France, I was just like, wow, leveling up my life would be like, imagine moving there and living there. Now I live in a space that I absolutely adore. Is it perfect? And am I at the ultimate place where I want to be? Heck no, there's still a long way to go, but I've definitely made these transitions in these little steps, these little life upgrades, and that's what makes life fun. That's what makes it exciting. It's what makes it fulfilling. It keeps me high on this vibe of life. So this is just some of the little steps that I want to share with you guys today. We get pulled in so many different directions, whether it is the needs of someone else, whether it is what someone else wants you to do, whether it's your own fears of the judgments that people might place on you. We can feel pulled, we can feel distracted. So it is so essential that we take ourselves and the time and the space to recalibrate and just ask yourself what it is that you want for your life right now. So take yourself back to that question and just place your hand on your heart and just ask yourself, I wish, and notice what comes up for you. What's the one thing that you know, if you gave intention, if you gave it your effort to go all in and really work on this one thing, it would dramatically make shifts and changes in your life. Now, I'm going to invite you to get out your journal. If you don't already know, I'm a huge fan of journaling. If you're not already into the practice of journaling, I'm going to put a video up to link here as a beginner's guide to journaling. But if you're not already there yet, stay with me right now. Just grab a pen of paper and start to write out some of the answers to these questions. So you can click pause, write them out, and then come right back into the next one. Is this going to help you to be your guidance? It's going to help you to find that center within yourself. And this ultimately is going to give you back your spark and motivation to make those steps, to take the action, and to make your level up come to life. So with any work that we do on mindset, it always comes from calming down, slowing down the pace, and going within. You have so many of the answers already within you. We often get that pull, we get distracted, life gets busy, that we forget to ask ourselves this question. So I want you to honor yourself and honor this time to just get out that pen and paper now and write down the answer to these questions. So the first one, what do I want right now? What is my soul craving? And I think that's a really important one to go into. It's that deep need, that desire, that niggle within you that keeps on saying, I am made for more, I am meant for more, that the things that you dream about can be your reality. So ask yourself right now, what is my soul craving? What is my soul desiring? Get your pen and paper, write it out in as much detail, and try to allow yourself to just free write, flow, let the words, let the ideas, let the thoughts, the feelings pour out of you and down onto that paper. The next question, consider, where would you love to be in 2 years' time? What would you love to be different? So this comes back to that I wish question. I just wish. Now, when you think about this, I don't want you to think in terms of I wish someone could be different. I wish my situation could be different. I want you to think about a wish in terms of things that can be within your control, because there's going to be so much that's without your control. And if you focus all of your efforts and just wanting to change that one thing, but you don't have the ability to change it, like, of course, with everything that we've been facing in the world, we all just want some normality back, and we just want to click our fingers and that be the place. But if you focus in on that, it's going to leave you feeling stressed out. It's going to leave you feeling overwhelmed. It's going to lead you into this feeling of being out of control, and that just kind of feels like we're butting into a brick wall. So when you have your wish item, it gets to be something that you get to take control of. For some people, that might be taking back control of my health. You might have some goals around your body, of how you want to feel differently within your body. It might be your financial situation. It could be your career path. It could be your relationships. What is that area for you that if you could see in 2 years' time, if it was completely transformed, completely different, exactly where you want it to be, how would that be feeling? What is the clarity? And try and now keep this round to one area. And it's generally, we have this like, if one thing could change, it would massively impact everything else. What would be that one thing for you that if in 2 years' time was at the level that you wanted to be, it would change and transform everything? Write that thing down. Next question is to get real with yourself. And this is having this self-awareness, not coming from a place of judgment and beating yourself up about it, but just being really self-aware and ask yourself, where am I at right now in comparison to that 2 year down the line wish? What is the gap? What is the big difference between where I am right now versus where I want to be? Have the clarity on that. What's missing? What am I not doing? What are my excuses? What are the challenges that I face day by day? Write down the things that can be stopping you, whether it's a lack of confidence, whether it's consistency, whether it's procrastination, whether it is a fear. What are the things that are blocking you and where you are right now? Consider what is the gap and what is the thing that gets to change that's going to take you from where you are right now to where you want to be. And then the final step is to ask yourself, who do I get to become to achieve, to have, to be that 2 year down the line leveled up version of myself? What what's the plan? What is the plan going to be? And when we're looking at that one area, we get to decide who's the person that I get to be showing up as right now in order to have achieved that 2 years down the line. And then to consider to yourself, what would be the difference? What would be the impact on your life if you decided to go all in on that one thing? And this is a huge thing, because it's not down to like this big, huge transformation. Often when we break it down and look at what's the plan, we get to decide for what are the habits, what are the step-by-step actions that you get to be doing daily, weekly, monthly, that we can be consistent with in a way that feels sustainable, because that's the difference of what is going to take you from where you are now. We're going to bridge that gap and get to where you want to be. And then there's two kind of parts on this that I want you to consider. So the first one is, what would be the difference if you gave yourself a 30-day target? If you went all in with that one idea, that one goal, you started to commit to the plan, adjust your habits and behaviors, and make that commitment to that 30 days. Then to ask yourself how you can support yourself in doing this. How can you hold yourself accountable? Maybe it is showing up on your social media and sharing it with the world, regardless of the fears that you may have surrounding people's judgments of you. What if you could care less about what other people think and keep your eye on the prize of what that shift, what that wish is that you are working so damn hard towards getting? Could you get yourself some support from a coach, some accountability? Could you get a buddy to come in and do it with you? Could you sign yourself up to a challenge? Think of all the different ways that you can support yourself, because ultimately when you can get that extra level of support, that's going to be the real difference between actually upgrading and up-leveling your life versus it just being another empty wish that you never actually follow through with. That's going to be the difference between you just wishing and dreaming to you getting to the place where you want to be and getting that upgrade with your life, with your happiness, with your levels of success. I'd love to know if you found this useful. I'm hoping that you're feeling super hyped up and inspired. And of course, if you want that extra level of support, and if you've not already heard about the Shine Squad, that is my group monthly coaching program where you can come and get supported by me. We do much more mindset tools and techniques such as this, and we guide you on through a month by month basis and step by step, and you get access to me as being your coach. And right now you can access a completely free 7-day trial where you can come in, you can start working through these steps, get the support from me, and see if it's a good fit for you and if it can help to support you in making your next level upgrades and transformations.